Hey everybody, this is Eric from RC Crash Test, and I have a quick question for you. Have you been wanting to get started in FPV and just didn't know where to begin? Well, that's pretty much been my situation for the past year. I kept researching and trying to find what system would work for my type of flying, and there's just so many choices out there. It can get kind of confusing, and you don't really want to spend a lot of money on a system and it not work for what you need. So I stumbled across on the internet a video tutorial series called Success in FPV by Stone Blue Airlines and IBCrazy. That video tutorial is fantastic. If you've not seen it, you need to check it out. I'll have a link for it in the description for this video below. This series helped answer just about all of my questions that I had about FPV flying, and it helped me decide what system would work for my style flying. I reached out to the folks at Stone Blue Airlines to ask a few more questions, and to my surprise, I found out that they are now offering a complete video piloting system. I decided to go ahead with this system because I've seen their system that they use in their videos, their tests, so I know the system works and it matches my style of flying that I wish to do. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look at the IBCrazy video piloting system. This is what you have that you will be installing on your aircraft. This is your 8-channel transmitter, your antenna, 600 line board camera, and a little power distribution board. On here it has servo leads, it has a male and female, and on the transmitter and video it has a male and a female. So it's set up so it's ingenious. Just plug it in like you would do any normal servo. And that connects your camera, transmitter, then install your antenna. You never want to power up your transmitter or your receiver without an antenna hooked to it first. Not good. Bad things will happen to you. And this is just an SMA connector. It just screws on. And then you just plug in your battery to this system. If you're running a standalone, you'll just plug in your battery directly. If you're running it off of a one battery system, you'll just you'll piggyback off of your ESC wires with the JST connector, and you'll just connect it up that way. And that way you'll have one battery pack powering both your flight system and your video system. So you can see that's very simple to hook up. This is the 8-inch FPV monitor that comes with the system. It has your standard video, audio, and power outlets. The power cable will require you to solder your own connector on. I'm using XT60s on that. And to hook that up, you will just simply plug it in here and then plug in your battery to this, or you can run this into however your power setup is on your ground station. The monitor also includes a sunshade. Next is the 12-channel digital receiver. It has an SMA connector for your antenna at the top. On the bottom you have your 12-volt power, video, and audio connectors. And this is the same as with the transmitter. You do not want to power this up without an antenna attached. So to set this up on the ground, you'll simply need to screw in your antenna. Attach your video lead. Audio if you wish. I'm not going to be transmitting audio down. I don't have a need to hear audio. And connect your power cable. And then you would attach your battery like so. From your monitor, you simply take the video cable that runs to the out of the receiver, plug it into the monitor, and you're all set up and ready to go. Next, we'll hook up a couple batteries just so you can get an idea of what the whole thing looks like powered on. So you plug it in. And you can see that it is on channel 9. You can adjust the channel by pressing the button up here on the top. Next, we'll put power to the monitor by just plugging it in like so. And we will do the same thing over here for the receiver. We've plugged that on and it is on channel 9 as well. We will come over and press power on the monitor. We have video. I plan on testing this system out in my EasyStar, but right now I'm waiting for a 72 megahertz radio to come in. It's not recommended that you fly for 1.2, 1.3 system when you fly on 2.4. I have one, but I've heard lots of horror stories about 2.4 glitching with the video. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to try this out. So I'll focus on the camera here. Video. It's my EasyStar. I have a Spectrum AR6110E DSM2. I got my DX6i right here turned on. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to put the receiver next to it just to see what type of video loss or what we get. And again, with this camera here, I got it set up so we can. So on the screen you can kind of see me, and on this one we can actually see the plane as well. I'm completely glitching on the 2.4 radio. That wasn't any video. Receiver? Nothing. Need a transmitter? Move it about a foot away. There's no chirping. This close, both servos are fully moving. We're glitching. So that's definitely something you don't want to see in the air happen. So we'll be doing an air test once my 72 megahertz radio comes in. There's one thing I forgot to add. This system does include a tripod for you to mount your monitor on when you're out at the flying field. Stay tuned for part 2 when we get the system and put it up in the air for our first flight. Until then, be safe, fly smart, and have fun.